Alrighty, Steelers Nation, welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. And this is the final playoff picture for the AFC side. The KC Chiefs are first number one seed, and they lost to the Denver Broncos today. So the Denver Broncos are number 7. And I'll talk about the Bengals being eliminated in just a minute, and they've missed the playoffs now. They missed the playoffs, but they haven't won a Super Bowl in about 58 years. So they're number 7. Pittsburgh is our number 6. They're 10-7 overall record. They're going to face Baltimore, who's number 3. And the Los Angeles Chargers beat the Raiders today, so they're number 5. They're going to travel to Houston. Texans are also 10-7 on the 4th seed. Baltimore is 3rd. As we know, they won the division in the AFC North division. And the 2nd seed is Buffalo, who versus Denver. So let's talk about this just for a little bit. I'm going to come back. First of all, sucked in Bengals, you losers. I know everyone's talking about fire Mike Tomlin. On our side, 51% of Steelers fans want Mike Tomlin fired. They want changes. We've lost, 4 in a row. We lost versus the Eagles, the Ravens, the Chiefs, and the Bengals. But there's some happy news and some good news, some good Steeler news. The Bengals have been eliminated from the playoffs this year in the 2024 season. That's now 58 seasons or 59 seasons, something around that. They're now 0-3 in Super Bowls. And even though Joe Burrow got 40-something touchdowns, near 5,000 yards, Jamar Chase got the triple crown with most receptions, most TDs, most yards, all that stuff. The offense was insane. And I give respect to that. I give a big shout out to Joe Burrow and the Bengals. And you played really good football. At the same time, as a Steelers fan, sucked in Bengals, you losers. You missed out. Okay, you missed out. Bengals fans out there, your season's done. It's over. You don't get a chance because the Chiefs, maybe the Chiefs did it on purpose. Maybe they didn't play Mahomes or their starters. So, because if the Chiefs won and the Jets won today, that would mean that the Bengals would be number 7 going into versus the Bills. That would have been a pretty cool matchup to see Joe Burrow versus Josh Allen and the Bills. But it didn't happen. The Bengals got done because they tried hard. They tried pretty hard the last 5 weeks. They won 5 in a row. They needed things to line up in their order. It didn't happen. They beat the Steelers 19-17 yesterday, and they were just hoping for a prayer and hoping for the Chiefs to do something. But they played Carson Wentz, and they got shellacked. They got 38-0, and the Chiefs pretty much laid down and said, "You know what? We'd rather have the Broncos in the playoffs," and they won, and now they're the 7th seed. So going back to the playoff matchup, it's kind of interesting. So KC gets the first round bye. Then we don't know just yet either. We don't know the times. I'm hoping that the Steelers will play Saturday or a Sunday, and they don't play Monday Night Football because I've got to work the Tuesday, my Tuesday. And if they play Monday night, then I've got to figure something out real fast and quick. So you have the Chiefs who have a bye, first overall seed, 15-2. You have Denver, who's 7th. They're going to be facing Buffalo. Tough matchup, but that should be an exciting one to watch too. Denver versus Buffalo. Buffalo should win that game. Or the Bills should win the game in Buffalo in the cold setting. But I wouldn't be surprised if they keep it, to a 3-point or 7 points, or maybe Josh Allen and the crew just tears them apart and they win 31-17. I don't know. But Denver's got to face Buffalo. That's going to be very tough. We have our Steelers, Pittsburgh versus Baltimore. In the regular season, we went 1-1. We beat them 18-16 and in our house. And we went to their house in Baltimore. They shellacked us, 28 or 30-something points to 17 when Russell Wilson fumbled the ball. Derrick Henry ran wild, all that kind of stuff. But in the regular season, it's 1-1. And I understand right now Steeler Nation isn't feeling the best, not very confident, frustrated, pissed off, annoyed. I get it. I fully get how bad we are playing on the offensive line, offensive play calling, strategy, quarterback play, everything. Running backs, Warren's having a go. I think Najee's trying to have a go, but there are certain players out there that Pickens, he didn't catch the ball 4 or 5 times, and he was yelling at fans. This team isn't playing good football, playoff football right now to have a chance in Baltimore. However, we are playing in Baltimore, and you never know what might happen in the AFC North. We could shock them, and the defense could play really well, and Chris Boswell could win a game-winning field goal to win. 17-16. It can happen. You never know what's going to happen in the AFC North. So let's move on. So the Steelers versus Ravens there. I'm going for the Steelers, of course. We'll see how this week pans out and see what time they start playing. Then we have the Chargers versus the Houston Texans. Another one where I think everyone's counting out Houston. So I guess the Chargers will be favorite, Baltimore will be favorite, and so will Buffalo. And on the other side, they're trying to figure out the first seed for the Lions and the Vikings play today. They're going to whoever wins that matchup gets the first seed, and then some other these teams have made it: the Buccaneers, Eagles, Rams, Washington, and Green Bay. We're not too worried about that side just yet. I'm more worried about the AFC side and what's going to happen with our Steelers. The key thing is when are they going to announce the date for the game? It will be today, tomorrow, or the next day. It has to be very, very soon. And what it is, I'll put out a post or maybe a video to talk about it. But I'm hoping it's a Saturday or a Sunday because, like Adam Schefter says, it's Broncos, Bills, Steelers, Ravens, Chargers, Texans. Those are your AFC North, AFC football games. But we're just going to wait to find out when they're going to happen. But for this video, I'm excited for the Steelers to be in the playoffs. I know they need to play better, but I'm also happy that Joe Burrow and the Bengals are now eliminated from the playoffs too. So we've made it. We've got a matchup, Steelers versus Ravens. It just depends what time they play. And look, I understand we're playing bad football. I don't expect everybody to jump back on the train or even start cheering on our team. And if you're one and done and the season's over and you want to fire Mike Tomlin, that's fine. That's up to you. But I will be here. I will be here next week cheering on the Ravens. I almost said the Ravens. Cheering on the Steelers 110%. 110%. And if we lose, then we can discuss in the offseason what's going to happen with Tomlin, Arthur Smith, defensive coordinator, Danny Smith, whoever. Then we can discuss that. But right now, it's 0-0, and we have to go into Baltimore and beat them. We just have to do it. So fire Tomlin crowd, I get it. I understand you guys are frustrated. I get it. But the Steelers have made the playoffs. Steelers versus Ravens. That's the matchup next week. Now we're just going to find out what time they play, either a Saturday, a Sunday, or a Monday in America, which is going to be my Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday because I'm a day in front. All right, I'll see you later.